Have you ever felt like something isn't quite right with your body, but no matter how many doctors you visit or tests you undergo, no clear explanation seems to come? You experience unexplained headaches, muscle pain, fatigue, or other physical discomforts, yet the cause remains a mystery. It's a troubling feeling when your body signals distress, but no external reason can be pinpointed. What if these symptoms aren't merely physical, but are a deeper reflection of emotional, mental, or spiritual struggles? In today's fast-paced world, we often overlook the interconnectedness of our body, mind, and soul. But when one of these elements is out of balance, it can manifest in ways that affect our overall health. Let's explore this further and understand how our physical symptoms might be connected to our spiritual and emotional states, and what steps we can take to heal holistically, body, mind, and soul. 1. Constant negative thoughts. In life, the thoughts that occupy our minds have a profound impact on how we feel and act. Constant negative thinking, filled with doubts, worries, and fears, can lead to serious consequences for both our mental and physical health. These thoughts cloud our judgment, reduce our confidence, and make it difficult for us to see the positive aspects of life. When we allow negativity to take control, we begin to experience emotional and physical exhaustion, often without realizing how deeply it affects us. Our mental state can have a direct influence on our physical well-being, making us feel drained, anxious, or even physically sick. When we find ourselves trapped in a cycle of negativity, it can feel like there is no way out. We start to doubt our abilities, believe that things will never improve, and convince ourselves that we are not capable of overcoming challenges. This mindset of hopelessness can cause stress, which has long-term consequences on our health. Prolonged stress increases cortisol levels in the body, leading to headaches, sleep problems, and even heart issues. It can also weaken the immune system, making us more susceptible to illness. Negative thoughts can also affect our relationships, as we may become irritable or withdrawn from others, which only further deepens our isolation. To combat constant negative thinking, we need to focus on gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we don't have to what we do have. By taking time each day to reflect on the blessings in our lives, we retrain our minds to see the good, even in difficult circumstances. This practice of gratitude strengthens our mental resilience and brings us closer to Allah. Furthermore, maintaining regular prayer, reading the Quran, and engaging in zikr, remembrance of Allah, can help cleanse our hearts and minds of negativity. Prayer is a powerful way to connect with Allah and release our worries. When we turn to Him in prayer, we acknowledge that we are not alone in our struggles and that He is always there to guide and support us. This connection brings us peace, allowing us to break free from the chains of negative thinking. The constant flood of negative thoughts can indeed make us mentally and physically unwell, but we have the ability to change this. By changing our mindset, trusting in Allah's plan, and focusing on the positive aspects of life, we can overcome negativity and experience peace and healing. The Quran and Hadith offer us clear guidance on how to manage our thoughts and maintain a positive outlook, reminding us that hardship is temporary and ease is always near. Let us take this wisdom to heart and trust in Allah's mercy, for He is the best of planners. 2. Feeling isolated and alone. At some point in life, everyone experiences feelings of isolation and loneliness. These emotions can arise for many reasons. Perhaps we are far from family, going through personal struggles, or dealing with the pressures of life that make us feel disconnected from others. This sense of loneliness can sometimes lead us to believe that we are truly alone in this world, forgotten and unnoticed by those around us. It is in these moments that our mental state can begin to deteriorate, and we may feel emotionally drained, as though there is no one who truly understands or cares for us. Loneliness is not just an emotional state, but also something that can affect our physical well-being. When we feel disconnected from others, our stress levels increase, and our ability to cope with life's challenges becomes much harder. It can lead to feelings of sadness, anxiety, and even depression. The weight of these emotions, when left unchecked, can cause a variety of physical symptoms: fatigue, difficulty sleeping, headaches, and a weakened immune system. It can become a cycle. Loneliness leads to emotional pain, which leads to physical exhaustion, which in turn deepens the sense of loneliness, making it harder to escape. One of the most powerful ways to overcome loneliness is by increasing our connection to Allah through prayer, supplication, and remembrance. When we pray, we are directly communicating with our Creator, and through this connection, we are reminded that we are never truly alone. Allah listens to every single prayer, every whisper of our heart. He understands us better than anyone else could, and He is always ready to provide comfort and guidance. Furthermore, engaging in acts of charity, kindness, and service to others can also alleviate feelings of loneliness. Helping those in need creates bonds of compassion and allows us to feel connected to others. It shifts our focus from our own isolation to the needs of those around us, fostering a sense of purpose and community. By giving to others, we often find that our own feelings of loneliness begin to dissipate as we experience the joy and fulfillment that comes from being a source of support to someone else. It is also helpful to remember that loneliness is a temporary state. Just as with any other challenge in life, it will eventually pass. If we keep our trust in Allah, continue to seek His guidance, and make an effort to connect with others, we can overcome feelings of isolation and emerge stronger with a deeper understanding of our own worth and the importance of community. 3. Difficulty focusing and forgetfulness. Have you ever found yourself struggling to focus on a task, even when it's something important? Or perhaps you've noticed that your memory isn't as sharp as it used to be, and you often forget things that you once easily remembered. This experience of mental fog, forgetfulness, and the inability to concentrate can be frustrating and unsettling. It's as if your mind is not working in sync with your body, leaving you feeling confused, distracted, and overwhelmed. Difficulty focusing and forgetfulness are not just signs of aging, but can also be signs that your mind is struggling under the weight of stress, negativity, or spiritual disconnection. In our fast-paced world, where we are constantly bombarded by information, technology, and responsibilities, it is easy for our minds to become cluttered. We juggle multiple tasks at once, often without taking the time to rest or recharge. The result? Our brains become overwhelmed, and our ability to concentrate and retain information diminishes. This mental exhaustion can manifest in forgetfulness, difficulty staying on track, and a lack of mental clarity. It can even affect our relationships and our performance at work or school. We find ourselves forgetting important dates, tasks, or conversations, and it becomes a source of anxiety as we worry about how our forgetfulness is affecting those around us. In addition to prayer and reflection, there are practical steps we can take to improve our mental clarity and reduce forgetfulness. One of the most important is taking care of our physical health. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are essential for maintaining a healthy mind. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, which enhances cognitive function and memory. Similarly, a healthy diet rich in nutrients, such as omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins, supports brain health and helps improve concentration. Sleep is also crucial for memory consolidation, and lack of sleep can lead to difficulty focusing and forgetfulness. Another important aspect of mental well-being is reducing stress. Chronic stress is one of the leading causes of forgetfulness and difficulty concentrating. Stress affects the brain's ability to retain information and process tasks effectively. Islam provides a powerful antidote to stress through regular remembrance of Allah. Engaging in zikr helps to calm the mind, reduce anxiety, and improve focus. When we constantly remember Allah throughout the day, we create a mental space of peace and tranquility that enables us to better manage the challenges of life. difficulty focusing, and forgetfulness are signs that our minds may be overwhelmed and in need of spiritual and mental care. By establishing a routine of prayer, engaging in reflection, seeking knowledge, and taking care of our physical health, we can improve our focus and memory. Islam offers us guidance on how to maintain a healthy mind through a combination of faith, worship, and practical steps to nurture our mental well-being. When we take these steps, we not only improve our cognitive abilities, but also strengthen our connection with Allah, finding peace and clarity in every aspect of our lives. 4. Feeling tired. All the time. There are moments in life when you feel physically and mentally drained, no matter how much rest you get. You wake up tired, struggle through the day, and by the time evening comes, you feel exhausted again. This constant fatigue can sometimes make you question your energy levels, your health, or even your mental state. It's as though there's an invisible weight pulling you down, making even the simplest tasks feel overwhelming. Feeling tired all the time isn't just about sleep. It's about the energy in your body, mind, and spirit. When we experience this constant fatigue, it can be a sign that we are neglecting some important aspects of our health, both physically and spiritually. There can be many reasons why we feel perpetually tired. On a physical level, factors such as lack of sleep, poor nutrition, and stress can drain our energy. Our modern lives are fast-paced, filled with constant tasks, responsibilities, and pressures that leave little room for rest or recovery. The constant demand on our time and energy can result in physical exhaustion, but it's essential to understand that fatigue can also be linked to emotional and spiritual factors. In Islam, we are taught to maintain a balance in all aspects of life, including our physical and spiritual health. If we neglect our spiritual needs or become disconnected from Allah, it can manifest in feelings of exhaustion and weariness. When we focus only on the physical causes of fatigue and ignore our spiritual well-being, we may overlook a vital part of what sustains us. Allah has created us with a body, mind, and soul, and each of these elements requires care and attention. Spiritual fatigue can weigh heavily on us, and if we do not nourish our relationship with Allah, we may feel a deep sense of emptiness that no amount of sleep or food can fix. In addition, our mental and emotional health plays a significant role in how we feel physically. Stress, anxiety, and negative thoughts can drain us mentally and, in turn, affect our physical energy. Islam offers powerful tools to combat stress, such as trust in Allah, patience, and gratitude. By practicing gratitude and focusing on the positive aspects of our lives, we can reduce mental strain and promote emotional well-being. One of the most significant factors contributing to constant fatigue is overworking ourselves. In today's society, we often feel the pressure to do more, achieve more, and be more productive. However, Islam teaches us the importance of balance and moderation. Overworking ourselves, neglecting rest, and ignoring our need for downtime can lead to physical, emotional, and spiritual exhaustion. Feeling tired all the time is not something to be ignored. It's a sign that both your physical and spiritual health need attention. Through prayer, reflection, and taking care of our bodies, we can combat this fatigue and find the strength and energy to carry out our daily tasks. Remember that true rejuvenation comes from turning to Allah, nourishing your soul, and maintaining balance in your life. When we follow the teachings of Islam and prioritize both our physical and spiritual health, we find the energy and peace to thrive, no matter what challenges we face. 5. Physical symptoms without clear cause. There are times when we experience physical symptoms, headaches, stomach aches, body aches, or even a general feeling of unease, without any clear medical explanation. You visit a doctor, undergo tests, but everything appears normal. You may feel like something is wrong, but the cause remains elusive. It's a frustrating and sometimes frightening experience, as your body seems to be telling you that something is amiss, but the reasons are not clear. These unexplained physical symptoms are not only puzzling, but can also leave you feeling helpless and uncertain. However, it is important to recognize that such symptoms can often be linked to emotional, mental, or spiritual imbalances. In Islam, we are taught to maintain both physical and spiritual health, as they are interconnected, and neglecting one can lead to issues in the other. When we experience physical symptoms without a clear cause, it can be a sign that our body is reacting to stress, anxiety, or unresolved emotions. The mind and body are intricately connected. When we are emotionally or mentally strained, it can manifest in physical ways. Stress, fear, anger, and sadness can cause tension in the body, leading to symptoms such as headaches, digestive issues, or muscle pain. In Islam, we are encouraged to address both our emotional and physical health through acts of worship, self-care, and reliance on Allah. By doing so, we can bring harmony to our body and soul, and find healing from ailments that may not have an obvious cause. Allah is the ultimate healer, and it is through His mercy that we find healing, whether for physical or spiritual ailments. When we face unexplained physical symptoms, it is a reminder to turn to Allah for help and guidance. Allah is the source of all healing, and seeking His aid through prayer, supplication, and trust in His wisdom can provide us with comfort and strength during times of uncertainty. Often, when we are caught up in the busyness of life, we neglect our spiritual well-being. We may focus too much on external achievements, work, or responsibilities, leaving little room for spiritual nourishment. The soul becomes neglected, and as a result, we begin to feel disconnected from our true purpose. This spiritual disconnection can manifest in physical discomforts. In Islam, we are reminded of the importance of nurturing our relationship with Allah. Regular prayer, remembrance of Allah, and seeking His forgiveness through repentance are all ways to heal our hearts and ease the tensions in our minds and bodies. When we maintain a close connection with Allah, it not only benefits our spiritual health, but also our physical health, as our bodies and souls are intertwined. One of the most significant aspects of maintaining both physical and spiritual health is managing stress. Unresolved stress can accumulate over time, leading to physical symptoms such as tension headaches, fatigue, and digestive problems. Islam offers powerful tools for managing stress, including prayer and zikr. The act of turning to Allah in times of difficulty helps to calm the mind and soothe the body. Additionally, engaging in regular acts of worship, such as the 5 daily prayers, is a way to reconnect with Allah and bring balance to our lives. Prayer not only provides a spiritual connection, but also serves as a mental break from the stresses of life. When we stand in prayer, we find peace in our hearts and clarity in our minds. The act of submitting to Allah through salah reminds us that we are not in control of everything, and this surrender can alleviate the mental and physical tension that builds up within us. Physical symptoms without a clear cause can be a sign of deeper emotional or spiritual imbalances. By turning to Allah for healing, maintaining a healthy body through proper nutrition, rest, and exercise, and managing stress through prayer and dhikr, we can find relief from these unexplained symptoms. Islam teaches us that both our physical and spiritual health are interconnected, and by nurturing one, we benefit the other. When we turn to Allah for guidance and healing, we find peace, comfort, and strength to overcome the challenges of life. Remember that Allah is the ultimate healer, and through His mercy, we can find relief from all ailments, both seen and unseen. As we reflect on the deep connection between our physical, emotional, and spiritual health, it becomes clear that unexplained symptoms are not just random occurrences. They can be signs that our body and soul are trying to tell us something. By turning to Allah for guidance, embracing a balanced lifestyle, and nurturing both our mental and physical health, we can find true healing. Remember, Allah is always there to heal and guide us through the challenges we face. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Dean Explorers for more insightful content. May Allah grant you peace and good health, and may we all find comfort in His mercy. Take care and stay connected to your faith, for it is the ultimate source of healing.